You ever feel like you're just fighting with your own workspace? Well, today, we're going way beyond just tidying up. We're going to dive into a really powerful system that can turn literally any environment into a powerhouse of safety and efficiency. So seriously, let that sink in for a second. Is your workspace a launch pad for getting things done? Or is it more like a black hole for your time and energy? Because the truth is, clutter isn't just messy, it has real, actual costs, from all those minutes you waste just looking for a tool, to the very real risk of an accident.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll start by looking at housekeeping in a totally new way. Then we'll quickly cover the basic pillars of a safe workspace. And then we're diving deep into the 5S system itself. We'll walk through each step and see why it delivers such amazing results.
Okay, let's kick things off with a really crucial mindset shift. See, effective housekeeping, it isn't an afterthought. It's not just some chore you do at the end of the day. It is a fundamental part of the whole operation that directly impacts safety, efficiency, and even morale. Now, the most important word here, you see it right there, is systematic. This isn't about random cleaning sprees. No, it's a deliberate process. You're separating what you need from what you don't, you're storing things logically, and you're managing waste. And when you do it right, you get way more than just a nice-looking space. You get better safety, and things become so much easier to maintain. So before we get to the how of all this, let's just take a quick second to talk about the what. Like, what does a truly safe and efficient workspace even look like? Well, the source material breaks it all down into 12 key elements, and we can group those into 3 big foundational pillars. Okay, so pillar number 1 is probably the most obvious one, the physical environment itself. This is all about just getting the basics right. We're talking about floors that are clean and free of trip hazards, right? Lighting that actually lets you see what you're doing, and aisles and stairways that are always clear. Look, these aren't just nice suggestions, they are the absolute baseline for preventing accidents. All right, now let's build on that foundation. Pillar 2 moves beyond just the physical space and gets into the world of process. These are the routines and the habits that actually keep things in order day in and day out. This is all about being proactive, right? It's having a plan for spills before they even happen. It's having a real system for waste disposal, not just, a random bin shoved in the corner. It's about keeping your equipment maintained to stop failures before they start and having that one simple rule. Everything has a home, and it goes back to its home when you're done. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, which really brings it all together. This one focuses on the human element, that interaction between people, their tools, and their environment. This is really where the culture gets built. We're talking clean, respected facilities for employees, a strict habit of inspecting tools before you use them, and storage that's clearly marked and labeled. All of this stuff, it builds a sense of shared responsibility and real pride in the workspace. Okay, so we have these 12 essential elements. That's great. But how do you actually put them into practice? And more importantly, make them stick? Well, you need a system. And that brings us to one of the most powerful frameworks for workplace organization ever created, the 5S system. The real key to understanding 5S comes down to 2 big ideas. It's people-oriented and practice-oriented. What does that mean? It means this isn't some set of rules handed down from management. It's a collaborative system where every single person is empowered to contribute to making things better, every single day. And this visual here, this wheel, it illustrates the whole concept perfectly. It's best to think of 5S as a continuous cycle. Each step just flows right into the next, starting with sorting, moving to arranging, then shining, then standardizing. But the real key, the thing that keeps it all moving, is that final step, self-discipline. It's like the hub of the wheel, always pushing it forward, always improving. All right, so let's get that wheel spinning, shall we? We're going to break down each of the 5 S's, looking at the original Japanese term and, more importantly, what it means in practice. First up is seri, or sorting. Think of this as the great purge. The philosophy here is simple, maybe even a little ruthless. If you don't need it for the work you're doing right now, it does not belong here. This whole step is about killing clutter at the source, so you're only left with the essential tools for the job. So once all that clutter is gone, we move on to seitan, systematic arrangement. This is where you bring logic and order to everything that's left. You've heard that old saying, a place for everything and everything in its place, right? Well, that is the absolute heart of seitan. The goal is to waste 0 time looking for anything, ever.
Step 3 is SISO, which means shine or cleanliness. And honestly, this is where the 5S system gets really clever. See, shining isn't just about making things look nice, it's actually inspection in disguise. Think about it. While you're cleaning a machine, you might notice a tiny oil leak or a frayed wire or a loose bolt. You're catching a small problem before it turns into a massive, expensive failure. Now, this next step, seiketsu, or standardization, is absolutely crucial. This is how you stop all your hard work from just being a one-time cleanup. You create simple visual standards, checklists, and schedules so that all those other steps, sorting, arranging, shining, they just become effortless daily habits for absolutely everyone. And that brings us to the final S, shitsuke, or self-discipline. Honestly, this is the glue that holds the entire system together. It's that shared commitment to not just follow the new standards, but to always be looking for ways to improve them. This is the point where 5S stops being a project and becomes the actual culture of the workplace. So, after all that work, what's the real, tangible payoff? Why do so many organizations all over the world swear by this system? Well, the benefits are huge, and they touch pretty much every single aspect of the work you do. And look at this list. The benefits are just so powerful. It's way more than just having a cleaner space. I mean, think about it. When you stop wasting time looking for a tool, you get rid of delays and you boost your efficiency. When the aisles are always clear and your tools are properly maintained, you're going to have fewer accidents. And all of that translates directly into higher productivity, better quality, lower costs, and a team that actually takes real pride in where they work. It is a win on every single level. So, I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Take a look at your own workspace right now, whether it's your desk, your garage, maybe even your kitchen. Based on everything we just talked about, what is the one unnecessary thing you can get rid of right now to start your own 5S journey?